YusefWateef back in the game. Big announcement. Been working on quietly with a few people about where I was heading and how I was really going to start to handle things, because thanks to everybody here, I've been able to help a lot of people. This channel went farther than my regular website, where I did a lot of expansive writing. Every day I'm getting emails, phone calls, SMS messages. I mean, old-fashioned SMS messages, as well as WhatsApp messages with some of the experiences that I've been sharing about world travel, not just my life in Brazil, about money, not just Bitcoin, but the years of being a financial professional that I draw on. A lot of it has been people asking me to expand on some of the social and complicated issues that we get into with my friends and I that YouTube won't allow. Let me first say shout out to Brother Davi, Sao Paulo, Brazil. Amazing dude. Andre, salute, my friend. Thanks for showing up. And to be clear, my YouTube channel, and by the way, if you haven't, make sure you click subscribe and the bell. My YouTube channel is where I'm going to give probably the bulk of the information that I have on anything. My Patreon is for people who want a little bit more detail. For some of you, more one-on-one time. I'm going to do something a little odd right now. I'm going to read something to you that I wrote, because I really wanted to make sure that the words I was using meant what I thought. This isn't one of the times that I have the privilege of a lot of my friends who bounce ideas back and forth off of me. And when I wrote this out, because I'll dig into the details of my Patreon shortly, and I want to say thank you as I tell everybody how I got here, and thanks again to everybody watching. Thanks to every single subscriber. Even thank you to the people who just save it and watch but haven't subscribed yet. I know you're out there because YouTube shows me how far my videos go, even if you don't subscribe. Subscribe. I know you're watching. I got here by doing long videos that cover the nuances of a lot of different areas. My friends who are very successful and adventurous take part in with me. YouTube told me to take every possible idea I had and to chop it into tiny videos and stretch out the number of videos that I can make, maybe stick to 20-minute clips of a 2-hour conversation. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give you all the information I have without trying to bait you, or I'm just going to wait until I have the correct things to say. That's the same on our Patreon site. I got here by having established, well-respected friends who shared my YouTube channel on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, their dating profiles. Because the big thing I tell people is share my channel on a dating profile and say, hey, listen, if we both swiped on the right, swiped each other, why don't we have something to talk about? Why don't we have something to talk about afterwards? YusefWateef has great conversations. Peace to Reigning Woman. I also want to make sure that I'm clear about what I talk about here and on my Patreon will be closely to the same thing, except one's going to be in more detail. I talk about, the money, the travel, all those things, but I also bring in friends with these huge backgrounds that can bring in more nuanced conversation. And it's where I'm going to Patreon is where I'm going to give people advice. And it's where people come to me for help on different issues that YouTube won't allow us to talk about. Every now and then, my friends and I get into issues that aren't bad or evil, but we have strong views. And some of us have lived lives that give us insight that we can't openly discuss on YouTube, even though that's there to help other people. And that's what I'm going to be doing as well on my Patreon site. Everyone comes to me for more details on the broader subjects, and I've been able to talk with a lot of you privately. And I've used my career and my travel to fuel those discussions. Now I want to be able to focus on it. I have a wide network of people that have one thing in common with me, and that they're going to live life on their own terms, or they already have. You can see the Patreon link. I'm going to put it at the description. I put it right under my name. You should see it there. Let me double check to make sure it's under my name. Yeah. I want to read you. No, better than read to you. What if I show you guys what I'm going to do on Patreon? I'm going to show you on the actual site here what I've built into my Patreon. I built 3 choices, 3 distinct levels, if that's a fair thing to say. Let's see. How there are 3 levels on Patreon that allow people to become part of it. And here's where we're going to go. My tiers. I'm going to share the screen with everyone so you can see. I don't know what gang gang means, but if that means, hey, welcome to the team. Hey, thanks, rating woman. Growth and development. He said it means growth and development. Gotcha. Well, check this out. I'm going to show you guys my Patreon tiers. You'll like the names. I wrote one as the arrogance level patron. The arrogance level. This is for patrons who want quick action insights to questions on life in many countries, how to build your circle, financial updates that you can use immediately. I'm no longer a licensed financial professional. I'm giving you the benefit of the things that I do now as well as what I've done in the past. This is people who want to see what I'm providing before becoming a cutthroat patron. I'm specifically giving more than most at this level because I over-deliver. That means I'm going to do 4 private live stream Patreon videos every month for question and answers on the people who are on this particular level. And let me go to the top. There, it's $10 a month. This is where we go into answers. Some of the answers in YouTube would delete us for. It'll include parts of living all over the world, information from my financial background, how what we do for so many people turned into an enormous network of resources. This is an unfinished product. My Patreon page is still in development. As people join, I'm listening. I want to hear what you think I should add, what you think I should take away, what needs to be redefined. These will be regular, fast, useful insights and building blocks that you can put into action on a smaller scale and immediately. And when you join, I give you a shout out online under your real name or a fake name, if it's okay to say, because some people want to stay private. This is where I think the meat and potatoes is going to be, the cutthroat level patron. I use this picture, one of my favorite pictures. This was me as a very different man working in the financial business and my mindset of getting the things done that allowed me to semi-retire early, where I am now to be able to share this information. That guy's, a lot of you wouldn't have probably wanted to know that guy. Let's see. Oh, BK from the Rockies. Thanks for showing up, brother. The names are spot on. Nothing wrong with being confident in your abilities. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Let's go back. The cutthroat level patrons are on a tier where I give clear details on how I make, save, transfer, manipulate money, travel the world as well. I develop clear outlines of how to live abroad, deal with immigration and visa issues, gain access to countries legally through paperwork and bureaucracy. As equally important, I detail how I maintain my physical power through a blend of science and danger. Again, that's stuff we can't talk about on YouTube. When you go there, you'll get a private Patreon-only video response to something that you want to ask me. It'll be a video specifically for you and your question, individually every month on a subject related to what we specialize in here. I may not be able to help you repair your car, but if it's something that's in my wheelhouse, I have the information, I have friends who have the information, and I can bring all that to you. I'll go through in detail the methods for anything I discuss in maintaining a ruthlessly effective lifestyle and achieving success. I just did an article yesterday on YouTube called Success is Selfish. If anybody hasn't seen that, take a look. You can ask for a specific video piece of content for me to create for the community. I'm here to listen. If you say, you know what, I think the community that we're in will benefit from what you have here by adding this to the wheelhouse, I'll do it. We'll have Patreon-only live streams for people on this tier. People who want to hear specific conversations back and forth about what we're dealing with. And again, you'll get the shout out online under your nickname or your real name if you want. And you'll be allowed, and this is something that's going to be new for me, giving people this level of access. I'm creating a private chat community specifically for people on this Patreon level to be able to text back and forth with me or with each other if they choose to be open almost any time. I want to give more than I possibly can. I want to give as much as possible. I've been told that I might be offering a little too much for too little, but that's how I've led my life. Giving people more than they ask for, be it a financial return or the professional, be it as a friend, it always comes back to me. It always comes back. Access to my enormous trove of material on places I've lived. This is just some of them. This is just some of them. What we don't want to do, low life, what we don't want to do is make sure that we want to make sure that we're not talking about necessarily who's better than who, because everybody has a message to deliver differently. Everyone has something that they can teach you, and sometimes the messenger can be as important as the message. So I don't personally know this guy, but if that's who he is and that's what he does, I'm okay with that. Let's see. Where are we? Let's see. We are back on. We discuss reliable ways to quickly and legally live abroad, along with how those are related to success in life and with people, because there's a synergy among a lot of the things that I do, as well as access to all the archived posts. That means all the stuff beforehand you get to see. The last level, and I considered myself, oh, by the way, that's $20 a month. The Arcane Consultation level patron. Arcane is a great word. It means grim, forbidden information that most people don't have the courage or the willpower to hold. I'm not going to have the time to do this with everyone. I've got spots open for 5 people who want to do it. It's without moral judgment for people who want everything. People like me who choose to win at all costs. And between you and I, we discussed what you need, and I'll teach you how to get it. It's limited to 5 people because I invest a lot of personal time with the people here. That's why I can only do 5 people. I don't want to be in a situation where I have 10 people that I've promised so much of my time to that I can't give it to. 3 personalized, private, Patreon-only live stream video responses. That means throughout the course of the month, the specific things that you ask me, I can make a specific video for you related to the areas we specialize in. This next one is the big one. This is the big one. A private hour, me and you, phone or video chat, and I don't even have to read. It's everything that I know you have access to. Bring a pencil, take notes. Think about what you want to ask me ahead of time. Let me know ahead of time. If I need to bring in another expert to sit in with us as we talk about these things that are helping you to develop into what you need to be it a world traveler, better with your finances, or building that social power that has helped me quite a bit, that's what I'm going to do for you. We develop a personal action plan in detail to help you develop. Coaching to support you as you achieve your goals, meaning it's more than you're paying for, because I like to follow up and make sure everybody gets on. And you can join a Patreon live stream once a month where you can come in and be part of the discussion openly if you'd like to. Again, you can also ask for a specific video that you think is going to benefit everybody else. You become part of live streams. You're also going to get to go into the private chat room that I'm building. The private chat room with everyone who's a part of what we're doing. It's not going to be for the outside. And of course, access to all the archive posts and everything that came in previously. $100 a month. My goal, I set a goal for myself, the Dirty Dozen. The first 12 people to become patrons with me, I'm going to give you a personal phone call. I want to talk to you. I want to ask you first what I did correctly to make me someone that you chose to support. And support is the wrong word. someone who you chose to add value to your life. Support makes it sound like, I got a cousin who sometimes I support because he can't really get his stuff together. When I say support, I mean when you choose me to be one of the few people that you should have in your life to give you sensitive information. I want to talk to you about why, what I did, what I'm doing now, what I've done in the past, how long you've been with me on YouTube. And again, this doesn't mean I'm going away from YouTube because I still need everybody watching to subscribe and share. This just means I'm going to have to go deeper in order to do that. I can't do that on YouTube. As a matter of fact, that initial 12 was part of one of the first things I want to discuss because I'm discussing a principle that I live by with my community at each level. I choose targets that are slightly beyond what I already have, what I've already done, and move forward with bigger targets in the future. That's what I do. Some people say, well, wait a minute, what? Why don't you just, I don't know, open it up and just say, I want to get my first 100? Well, I mean, I don't want to do that. I want to talk about just that first 12 people on any level, by the way, on any level. It doesn't matter where. And where else am I going to go with this before let's see. This is the how and why. I don't think we need to go there. We just did. Boom, let me go back here. Wow. So, Davey, I guess that means I've got to give you a phone call, huh? And thank you, Craig. I hope to have you back with me because Craig and I did a great discussion on prepping. And here's the thing about Brother Craig. We talk about a lot of interesting things offline that I hope he can bring to the foray. And for the record, this isn't really something that is part of the lifestyle I lead. No one can ever tell you how to be a baller. They can tell you how to have more than you do now. Now, to be clear, there are tons of people who are going to sell you something and say, this is going to make you this amount of money. One of the first things I learned as a financial professional, and I'm not saying that's all I want to get into because I know talking about money for some people is boring, even though it's my favorite subject. Giving people a set amount of money that they're going to have, it's a bad idea. What you do talk about is how much as a percentage we can put away and what maybe that's going to give you a return on. Whether you put that away into something like cryptocurrency or good old-fashioned stocks and bonds or buying a house, that's what we focus on. But as far as being a baller, I don't think I'm the right person for you if you're looking for someone to help you lead the stereotypical lifestyle. I hope you're just speaking in metaphor. Boom. I love that so many people are sharing this. And so I think this is probably going to be one of my shorter videos. I feel as if I really was able to gain some ground. When I thought about making this introduction video, I had a lot of people who are very successful on Patreon and YouTube tell me, go to the beach, get someone with a nice camera, do this really clever, introduction video. And I was like, no, people know who I am and they know this is what they get. They understand that my entire premise is I lead a humble life because I'm financially secure. I'm happy with the things that I have. The friends that visit me don't need to visit a McMansion. The quality of life that I gained through the success that I've had, the experiences I've had living in over 15 countries, don't require me to have expensive things to show people. I like to talk to people who talk about what country they're going to visit next, or how an investment is doing, or how they just brought an amazing new person into their social circle that they're happy to show around, or a young man that they're mentoring. These are the things that make me a baller. I don't know if that qualifies. So I love you all, and I thank you all. And please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and I hope to see you all on Patreon. Thank you very much. And I got to get on the phone with my first client who just got to become part of the Dirty Dozen. Bye-bye.